What's up, guys? It's Monday, which means it's time for another weekly update in what's sold on eBay video. Hello, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt. I am a full-time eBay reseller, and every Monday I put a video out like this where I just kind of talk about what happened, what things happened during the week. I may show you some things I picked up sourcing, and then I go over the sales that I had on eBay. This week we had 31 sales this week, so that's pretty solid. Not a bad week, a little over 4 sales a day, which is pretty good because I think a lot of resellers were saying that January is kind of a slow month. So I'm very happy with 31. That's pretty solid. So I want to start with what I picked up this week. I didn't really find anything too crazy this week. I did pick up a few things today that I wanted to show you, just kind of the staples. I mean, I went out to how many thrift stores did I go to? One. I think I only went to 2 thrift stores today. 2 thrifts today, and we got a copy of Wii Sports for $1, so that's a staple in my reselling game there. Got a remote, a Sony remote. First remote I bought in a while, but this is like a $25 remote. It was $1, so yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. Another staple in the reselling game, Sony Walkman, again $1, and this is like a $25 CD player. Picked up a couple of these Cards Against Humanity expansion packs, the 5th and 6th expansion. They were 75 cents a piece, brand new sealed. So I'll sell these together for like $20. So not too bad there. Picked up a couple of Connect sets. They were $3, but they were half price, so $1.50. And they'll also sell for around $20. So I got this one, and I got that one. So I got a couple of those. Not bad. $3 for about $40 in sales. So that's pretty solid. And then this thing I kind of wanted to show you guys because it's, I don't know, interesting, I guess. I'd never actually seen one before. I showed it to my wife, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember using these in school." It's a VTech typewrite. Apparently, she said at her school they had these, and they would play games, and like it would teach you to type faster, and there was all kinds of different games you could play on there, and you would compete against your classmates and stuff. So a VTech typewrite. It was $3. I don't know if you can see that, but $3, and it'll sell for about 40 or so, 40, 45, something like that. So pretty solid pickup there. But like I said, nothing too crazy sourcing today. That's just what I picked up today, so not too bad. What else have we got going on around here? Not really much going on in terms of the store. You know, like I said, we had 31 sales. It's been pretty steady every day. I think we had one day where I had one day where I had 1 sale and one day where I had 0 sales, and then so we sold the rest in like 5 days, really. So not too bad. Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys. So if you got a chance to catch the last video I put out was basically I took you guys along with me while I went out thrifting, did some film. I filmed some stuff from inside the stores. I showed you guys some stuff that I picked up, but I had a question on there. So if you took the time to comment and answer, you know, what your thoughts would be on the question I had on that video, which I'll link that video in the description down below. But the question was basically a recap was I was asking people what would they do about this bottle of body wash. Now, I bought a couple of boxes. So I guess the scenario was I went to a thrift store. They had 36 cases of these little travel size bottles of body wash. They wanted a quarter a piece for them. And I think I bought it, like I said, I bought a couple of boxes. I made 4 listings. 1 listing for 1, 1 listing for 3, 1 listing for 6, and 1 listing for a whole case. And I'm selling them like 1 bottle for like $6.95. So if a quarter for $6.95 is not too bad, you know, free shipping. So I think after it was all said and done, I was going to profit like $2.50 a bottle or something after I did all the math. So they wanted $200 for 36 cases, which worked out to be, I think, 864 bottles. So you can do the math, 864 bottles times like $2.50 profit once they all sell. Is pretty decent. 200. It turned out. I think it ended up being like $1,600 or $1,700 is what I would have profited from buying all the bottles. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because there's been a recent development in this thought of this. So like I said, I bought 2 boxes, and another comment I got was somebody who else resells in my area and does thrifting in my area said, "Oh, there was." I also saw these bottles of body wash at the St. Vincent de Paul near my house. So I was like, well, I wonder if any of the other St. Vincent de Paul's had this. And there's like 3 in my area. One did not, and two did. One was the one where I was going to buy them for a quarter a piece. I went to another one that I go to pretty often, and they had these again, but they had them for 6 bottles for $1. So that's like 15 cents or 17 cents or 18 cents a piece, something like that. So even cheaper than the deal I was going to get from the other place. So I picked up 4 boxes. It was $4 a box. So there was 24 bottles in the box, and I picked up 4 boxes for $4 a box. So pretty good. So I picked up 4 more boxes, and you got a bunch of boxes there. So the plan was, so a lot of people commented what they would do, what they wouldn't do. Some people were not even interested in it at all. Wouldn't do that. It's, not for me. Some people were like, yeah, man, that's a great deal. You should definitely jump on that. It's the kind of idea where it's not like our normal where we buy this for $1 and flip it for 25 just right off the bat, right? It's not that kind of thought. It's not that kind of game. This is going to be something where I would make room in my garage. I'd make, like I said, I had 4 different listings. I put quantities on those, very easy to do, and then I would just sit them out there in the garage, and when they sold, right? So it would take quite a while for me to make the $1,600 or $1,700 profit, but you would eventually make that money. And like I said, for me, eBay is something that I plan on doing for a long time, hopefully. And so even if stuff sits around for a while, it's no big deal because it's not like I'm not going to be selling on eBay anytime soon. So anyway, so I wanted to update you guys on the development. I found an even better deal on these. Bought 4 more boxes, and they have a bunch more. And the good thing is those, unless some other reseller comes in there with this same kind of idea, those boxes aren't going anywhere, I wouldn't think. At this place where they were selling them for $4 a box, I think they had 50 or 60 boxes probably. Would be my guess, maybe 50. So anyway, I'm going to see what I can do with these. I have 6 boxes now. I'm going to see how they sell. If they start to sell, then I'll probably pick up more boxes is what I'll end up doing. I may end up going back up there and seeing what they would kind of deal they would, if they could give me an even better deal if I bought all the boxes. So that's also another plan. So I wanted to give you guys an update on what was going on with the body wash. Like I said, if you didn't get a chance to check out that thrifting video, I'll put it in the description down below, a link to it. So anyway, the next thing I wanted to get into was the YouTube channel. These last couple of videos I put out, and really this week, these last few days, have been absolutely amazing on YouTube. I've gotten so many new subscribers. So if you're a new subscriber, hello, welcome. Thank you for subscribing recently. Tons of new subscribers. The video I put out with the storage auction video that I put out, got over 300 views. It was the first video I've had over 300 views, and it got that in like 2 days or 3 days or something. That was crazy. So tons of views, tons of comments. Me and my wife were very surprised how well. That was funny because when I uploaded that video, it got 1 thumbs up and immediately got 1 thumbs down. I'm like, oh man, this is not off to a good start, but it turned out to be an absolutely fantastic success for the channel here. So thank you guys if you watched that video of the storage auction the storage unit that I picked up. I really appreciate it. If you like videos like that, I do have a couple more like that further back in my history where I picked up a couple other units. So if you like that type of video, those types of videos are definitely going to be here on the channel. Now, the problem is I don't have a big warehouse, so I can basically buy 1 unit. I have to process that unit and clear the space out in my garage, and then I can buy another unit. So they're not going to be very often, but they definitely will happen. It's definitely something I like to do. It's just, for me, it's fun, buying storage units. So definitely something you will see here more on the channel. Also, the thrifting video, like I've been mentioning, where I basically just went with my GoPro, drove around to all the thrift stores I normally hit. Did really well too. It's like 200 views in a couple of days, so it's done really well as well. Tons of comments and likes, so I appreciate all that stuff. It's been absolutely amazing here on YouTube these past few days. So more videos. I want to do a video like that every week. That's definitely some content that I can add to the channel on a weekly basis. So we do these Monday videos where I kind of update you guys what's going on and what we sold on eBay. But I can also do a video or 2 a week where I just take you guys along with me to the thrift stores. That's definitely something I can handle. It's something I can do. It's another piece of content we can get here on the channel. So if you like that type of video, that will be a type of video that you will see here on a weekly basis on the regular. So anyway, a long weekly update part to this video. So let's get into what we actually sold on eBay. Like I said, we had 31 sales this week, so not too bad. Pretty solid, and we had one really nice sale that we, as always, we save for the end. So here goes. All right, here is some Isogenics Isoline chocolate mint shake that this has been in my pantry for over a year. It's my wife was doing this Isogenics diet. She bought a bunch of these. They were getting ready to expire. They actually expire in February. So I asked my wife, "Hey, what are you doing with these? Are you still wanting these?" She said, "No, you can go ahead and sell them before they expire." So I did, and I sold them for a lot cheaper than what other people were selling them for. So they sold pretty quickly. I think I sold 2 in the last video and 2 this video. So this is just another thing where my wife paid. We got 1996 plus shipping for this. My wife paid much more than that for these, probably around 40 or 50 bucks. So we're just getting some of that money back for something that's just been sitting on our shelves, not getting any use, and was about to expire. So that's where that came from. I can't really tell you how much I got into. I'm losing money on this, but kind of gaining some of my money back. So not too bad. All right, here's a game that I wanted to show you guys. This is a game to be on the lookout for. Most sports games don't have really any value, but there are some that do, and usually those games are the ones that are like the last of that type of game on the system. So for the Nintendo DS, Major League Baseball 2K12 is the last 2K baseball game on the DS that was made for the regular Nintendo DS. So it has some value. I got this from the Valley thrift store for $2, and it sold for $16.95 free shipping, and it sold within a day. So I probably could have got more for this, but it sells very quickly. Just one of the sports titles to look out for. So Chase After the Right Price had a really nice video basically outlining all the sports games that actually have value. Because if you're a thrifter, you're out at the thrift stores, you see sports games all the time. Most of them aren't worth anything, but there are some that you need to keep an eye out for that actually have value. And Chase After the Right Price did a whole list and did a whole video on which ones actually had value. That's where I learned about this game. Saw this at the Valley thrift store. I was like, oh, I remember this because of this is Justin Verlander. That's how I remember the games, is the people on the front. I remember the people on the front. So when I see it out there, I go, oh yeah, I remember Justin Verlander has some value. So MLB 2K12, Nintendo DS. Bought it for $2, sold it for $16.95. Took like a day, so I probably could have got more. All right, here's one of the Zelda games that pretty much has no value. One of the few Zelda games that actually has no value. This is Zelda: The Twilight Princess for the Nintendo Wii. I think I got this in a bundle of Wii games and stuff, so I don't remember how much I have into 50 cents or $1, and it sold for $8.76 plus free shipping. It took a long time to sell. Like I said, just a Zelda game one of the few Zelda games that doesn't have a whole lot of value, unfortunately. All right, here's Pokemon Coliseum. Got this from that really nice video game haul that I did a video on that I guess it's been about a month and a half, 2 months ago now. Paid $4.50 for this at St. Vincent de Paul, and it finally sold for $25.56 plus free shipping. So this week, I hadn't run a sale in my store for quite a while. This week I ran 2. So I ran a 20% off sale and then a 15% off sale, just because, to generate some sales and get some things going. Like I said, I had a day where I sold 0. No, wait, a day I sold 1, I sold 0, then I ran a sale, and then the day I ran the sale, I sold, I think, 11 things or 12 things that day. So then I ran another sale a couple of days later and sold a bunch more. So that's kind of how my week went with the sales. So like I said, paid $4.50 for this, and we sold it for $25.56. Pokemon Coliseum for the Nintendo GameCube. Took a while. Like I said, month and a half or 2 months. All right, here's another one of those shakes from my pantry. Sold this one for $19.96 plus shipping. So someone got a pretty good deal on this stuff that's going to expire in a month, which I'm sure it doesn't make any difference, but someone got a good deal on it. All right, here's a Skills bullet ball. It's a speed detection pitch training ball. We're getting around to, it's going to be spring soon and baseball seasons. A lot of baseball, like a lot of little league teams are starting to get practices and stuff going, so that kind of stuff's going to start selling. My wife got this from Myers, which is kind of like a Walmart here in Ohio. She got this on sale. I think it was in September, and it was all like 90% off. So I think she paid $1.50 for this or something. But it's just a ball. You throw it, and then it tells you the speed of the pitch there. We sold it for no, I took an offer on this for $10 plus shipping. So paid $1.50, sold it for $10 plus shipping. I have two of these. We still have one more. So anyway, took an offer on that one for $10. All right, here's another game I got from that video game haul. I thought this game would sell for more. And I didn't realize that I actually had this game already. This is Star Fox Adventures. I bought this for $4.50, so we didn't make really any money on this at all. But I already had a copy of this, so I might as well sell it, make a few bucks. But like I said, paid $4.50 for it. We sold for $11.96 plus free shipping, which it was $2.66 to ship. So made a couple of bucks on this one on something that I saw Star Fox. I just threw it in the cart, not really thinking about it. I got another Star Fox game, and then I got home and realized, oh, I already have this one. I knew this one didn't have a whole bunch of value, but I thought I needed it for my collection, which I did not. I already had it, so we sold it. All right, here's a Sony PlayStation 1. This is the one of the launch edition. This is console only. No cords, no controllers, no games, no nothing. This is just the console. I won 4 of these Sony PlayStation 1s off of Look What I Found.bid for $11. So I have like less than $3 into this, which was a pretty good deal. I bought all 4 in one lot, tested them all. Surprisingly, they all worked. So we sold this one for $23.96 plus free shipping, and I think it was like $8 or $9 to ship, so it wasn't too bad. So we made, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12, $15 on this or something. So it was okay, I guess. Yeah, probably more around like 10 or $12. So it was okay. All right, here's a Walt Disney Parks Goofy hat. Sold a few hats this week, which is interesting because I have a bunch of hats, didn't sell any, and then all of a sudden I sold 3 this week, so that's always good. Still got a bunch more hats, different kind of hats. I like selling hats, it's fun. But this is yeah, like I said, a Walt Disney Parks Goofy hat. Paid $2 for this at St. Vincent de Paul. I've had this for a little while, probably 3 months now. And we sold it for $15.16 plus free shipping, and it was like $2.79 to ship or something. So just a little goofy hat. All right, here's something I got out of a storage unit. So I guess the other point I wanted to make was, I think with my channel, with my YouTube channel, what I want to show you guys is I watch a lot of I like making videos that I like to watch. So I like watching what sold videos. I like watching videos where people take you around on their thrifting adventures with them. I really like those videos. And I like watching storage auction or storage unit videos where they clean out the units and show you what they found. But I never really found a channel where you see all 3 things working together. And I think that's what I want to do with my channel. So the reason I bring this up is this came out of a storage unit that I got, and there's a video for that. Couple of months, 3-4 months ago now. I've had this. So the point of that was my YouTube channel. I want to show you guys. Okay, so I get this stuff out of storage units. I get this stuff from the thrift stores, and then you'll come here on Monday to see a video of where that stuff actually sold. So I can show you in the video and go, oh, look, this is awesome. Look at this cool thing I got. But if you never see that I ever sold it or how much I sold it for, then I guess the story is kind of half complete. So I wanted to kind of bring it full circle and show you the whole, all of the reselling. The reselling is not just cleaning out storage units. Well, what happens to the stuff after you've cleaned it out, you've tested it, you put it on eBay. Well, how much did you sell it for? You paid $220 for the unit. Well, then how much are you getting back from the unit? So I want to show that complete circle of how the reselling game goes. That's what I'm hoping for here on my channel. So the reason I said that is because, like I said, I got this out of a storage unit. This is the Elder Scrolls. This is just an instruction manual from a game. I've never actually heard of this game, but it's pretty old. It's, I think, from the 90s, and it's really expensive, this game is. Unfortunately, the whole game was not in the storage unit, just the instruction manual for it. But just the instruction manual netted us $22.36 plus free shipping, so that's not bad. The unit that I bought this was in, I paid $10 for that unit, so paid $10. Had no idea this was in there. This was just thrown in with a bunch of papers. Pulled it out. I was like, oh, maybe this will have some value. Sure enough, it sold for $22.36. So that's pretty solid for just an instruction manual for a game. So not too bad. All right, here's another hat that I picked up at a garage. No, this was at a church rummage sale. I paid $1 for this Pikachu snapback hat. It was like new without tags, still had a little sticker on there and stuff. But thought this would be worth more, but it wasn't. Like I said, paid $1, sold for $7.96 plus shipping. So not too bad, I guess. Little Pikachu hat. All right, here's some cassettes that I picked up from St. Vincent de Paul. Paid $3 for these. Had these for maybe a month. It's 10 Maxell. These are the UR120s. These are just the normal bias ones, like the high bias and ultra bias and all that stuff are the ones that sell for a lot of money. But these little normal bias ones, there was a 10 of them, so I put them all together, and we got $26.36 plus shipping. So not too bad for $3. Paid $3 for all 10, still sealed in there, so these do have some value. And like I said, if you get to like the ultra bias or high bias, I think is what they're called, those usually command a little bit more money. All right, here's a hat that I picked up from St. Vincent de Paul. Paid $1 for this hat. This is a like a vintage snapback Hawaii Islands hat. This was a pretty cool hat. The graphic on the front was really nice. So I think someone donated like their whole hat collection because I got a bunch of really nice hats for $1 a piece. And this is the first one of them. I think I got maybe 10 different hats that were kind of this old like 80s, 90s snapback like mesh hats. All of them in really nice condition. The bills weren't bent. They were all like flat bill. Just didn't really wear them too much, I don't think. I think they just collected hats, and this was one of them. But pretty nice Hawaii, the Islands of Hawaii hat. And these like snapback trucker hats are pretty popular. So, and especially as we start rolling around to spring and summer, these hats are going to start selling more. So, and like I said, I have like 8 or 9 more snapback hats like this. So, pretty good one. Not too bad for $1. All right, here's some Sennheisers I picked up from St. Vincent de Paul. Paid $3 for these. It took a while to sell these, which I was surprised because there were some pretty nice DJ headphones, Sennheisers. I got a positive feedback on this one, so they got them, listened to them, liked them a lot, sent a positive feedback, so I appreciate that. But not too bad. We got $39.96 plus shipping for these. Like I said, I paid $3, so had them for a while, but I had them priced pretty high, and I think probably higher than they should have been, and that's why they took so long to sell. But they just, I don't know. The ear cups were in really good condition. They weren't all messed up, and it just sounded really good. So I tried to get a higher price, and they eventually just went, lower and lower. And finally, they sold on the 20% off sale. So still a really good turn, really good flip. All right, here's another one of those Sony PlayStation 1s that I picked up. Like I said, I paid a little less than $3 for these. This one I got $23.96 plus free shipping as well. And like I said, they were like $8 or $9 to ship. So we made a few bucks on those. All right, here's a black Omron body fat loss monitor. No idea, never heard of this thing before. Saw it there. It was in what drew my eye to it was in its original packaging. It wasn't new, it was just still had its packaging. But I guess you just hold, there's like 2 sensors on this thing. You hold it and it tells you, how much your height. You put in your height and it tells you your weight. I don't know. It tells you like, your blood pressure and stuff. So some weight loss thing. But I paid $2 for this at St. Vincent de Paul, and we sold it for $15.26 plus shipping. So not too bad. All right, here's another one of those Isogenics things my wife had in the pantry. Again, this thing was gonna expire in 2020, so she said she tried this other one. She didn't really like this flavor or something, so she's like, "You can sell that one." But these are still brand new and sealed. She had another one that she tried, and she's like, "It wasn't very good." So I'm sure I paid a lot more than $28.01 plus free shipping for this, but again, just recouping some money that's just sitting on the shelves in my pantry. So. All right, here's a Polaroid 600 that you guys saw in the thrifting video, the last video I put out. Yep, picked this Polaroid up for $3 from St. Vincent de Paul. We sold it for $27.99 plus free shipping, and it took like maybe 20 minutes or half an hour, something a little longer than normal, but still, we did pretty good. So after all said and done, and someone had a nice question. They had Polaroids like this, and they got killed on the shipping or something, and they weren't really sure how. They wanted to know how I ship them, but the answer to that is I ship these with free shipping. It usually costs me around I think this one was $7.03. Luckily, Retrospect, who buys all these, is like right up in Milwaukee, so pretty close to Cincinnati. But I just do these at the USPS priority mail, 1 to 2 pound rate. In the regular mailing box, it's like the small little square mailing box, and they fit these perfectly. Like I said, it cost me about $7.03. So paid $3 for this, paid $7.03 after fees and stuff. I'll make probably around $15 on this, and like I said, it took half an hour to sell. So I usually, for the Polaroids like this, these 600s, I'll pay up to like $7 or $8 because I'll still make $10. If I pay $8, I'll still make like $10 profit. So I mean, you might as well. It's a $10 bill laying there, so you might as well pick it up. All right, here's a Garmin Vivo smartwatch. I actually bought this for my father-in-law for Christmas, but it turns out he got another one. So my mother-in-law told us, "Oh, your father-in-law wants a smartwatch for Christmas," and then she bought him one. So then when we got there to their house on Christmas, he was like, "Oh, check out my new smartwatch," which we had already bought him one. So he opened this. We're like, "Well, we'll sell it on eBay and we'll get you another gift. So I think we paid 60 for this and we sold it for 59.46 plus shipping. So I think it ended up being like a $9 loss. But again, just recouping our money, and then we're going to take that money and buy my father-in-law a new gift for Christmas. That's how that went. All right, here is an Easy Care RX vial bottle opener. Got this out of a mystery box that I did a couple of videos ago. I did like a mystery unboxing where I buy these mystery boxes off of a website, and this was in there. Surprisingly, it sold. Just helps you open the medicine bottles, I guess. But we sold it for $6.76 plus free shipping in a box. I think I paid $3 for that mystery box. So I don't know, a couple of pennies into this. We got several things out of that box to sell. So, all right, here is a game I got out of a storage unit, and we got 15.26 plus free shipping on this. This is Simpsons Hit and Run. This is another PS2 title that has a little value as well. Not too bad. If you can get this for $1 or $2, you might as well. Sell it for 15 if you paid $1 or $2, so that's not bad. But I got this one for free out of a storage unit. My sister's storage unit, she gave me this game because they don't have a PS2. She's like, oh, you can have this to sell on eBay. So I already had this for my collection, so we sold it on eBay for 15.26 plus free shipping. All right, here's a lot of 39 animals. This was kind of a project of mine. Got this from St. Vincent de Paul. I think I paid $1.50 on Half Price Toys Day. They had a huge bag of these. They're just like plastic and rubber, different jungle animals. In my mind, I was thinking, oh, there's a bunch of them. I could lot them up, just sell them as a big lot. There's 39 of them. So we did that. It took maybe a month to sell, so it wasn't too bad. But they were kind of heavy, so we got killed on shipping a little bit. But we sold them for $25.46 plus free shipping. I think it ended up being like $10 to ship or something, $12. So didn't make a whole bunch of money on these, maybe $10 after it was all said and done. But the experiment was not a complete failure. They did sell. We made a few bucks. So, all right, here's a Sean Casey bobblehead. It's starting to come up to baseball season again. I got a bunch of bobbleheads. Paid 60 cents for this at a yard sale a while ago over the summer. Had several of this particular one. I think I had 2 or 3 of this one, and this was the last one to sell. Sold it for $5.91 plus shipping on this. So not a whole lot of money, but you know, something that sold. I guess that's pretty good. All right, here's a cheap Sony remote. Paid $1 or less for this. Sold it for $6.76 plus free shipping. Again, made a couple of bucks on that. That's a remote I've had for quite a while. So, like until I found this is the first remote that I've actually purchased in a couple of months because I'm kind of getting away from like the cheap remotes like that. But this is a $25 remote, so I'm cool. I've definitely flipped a $25 remote that I pay $1 for. But like just buying I used to, if it was a Sony remote, it went into the cart. Even if it was a cheap one, like a $6.76, I would still sell them because they're good feedback builders. Are easy to test and list. But we're kind of moving away from that, you know, like the really cheaper things like that, and trying to increase our average sale price. So we don't really sell a lot of remotes anymore. All right, here's a Microsoft Xbox 360 launch edition. This is 120 gig. This is console only. As always, I usually sell most of my consoles. No cords, no controllers, no games, nothing, just the consoles, and they sell just fine. Tested this one. I got this off of lookWhatIFound.bid. I think I paid $6 for this one. So not too bad. And we sold it for $33.96 plus shipping. So we got around $45 for this. Paid $6. So I think the shipping ended up being like $9 or something. But you know, it's always a risk when you buy Xbox 360s because they always, you know, the red ring of death, they don't really work. But I've been pretty lucky. Most of the ones I've gotten have worked, so pretty lucky with that. All right, here's a decent sale. This is Epoch's Astro Command from 1982. This was pretty cool. I thought about keeping this for my collection, but you know, handheld things like this aren't really something I collect. So I decided to list it on eBay. But I paid $10 for this at a yard sale. Over the summer, I bought this one and another one for $10. They were just really cool. From my 1982, still had the original box, paperwork, just like one of the first handhelds. It was just an interesting game. It was pretty cool. But we got $59.46 plus shipping, and this one global shipping program. So pretty solid sale. $10, not a bad turn. Had it for, like I said, I've had it for 3 or 4 months. The other one was like a $100 one of these. It was like a different, I don't know, model of this or something. And it sold for like $100, so it was definitely a higher end one, but still made some decent money on this one. All right, here's another PS2 game to look out for. It's called Smackdown. Here Comes the Pain. This one has a little value here with Brock Lesnar. That's how I remember. It's got Brock Lesnar on the front. Paid $3 for this at Salvation Army, and we sold it for $15.26 plus free shipping. So after it was all said and done, made $8 or $9 on this one. Not too bad. And this is one that you will find from time to time at the thrift store, and it's got some decent value. All right, here's a Timex collectible mini clock, little airplane clock. Bought this from a garage sale. No, it was an estate sale a while. I've had this for a long time. I think I paid $0.25 for this or something. It was kind of an interesting estate sale. I remember this because they had a bunch of workers inside, but it was like a family-run estate sale, so it wasn't by a company. And there was a guy out in the driveway who gave all the prices. There's no price tags on anything. So he just took it to him out in the driveway. And I remember he had a big curly mustache. He was a nice guy, but everything was like, he would look at it and go, well, like, I think I got stuff for free. I got this for $0.25. He just was making up some random prices. I don't think I paid more than $1 for anything, really. That was just kind of funny. He's like, well, what would you give me for it? I think I had some old, like, expired film. I go, here's some expired film. He goes, oh, you can have it. I'm like, all right, cool. And, expired, like, the film sells. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. But I paid $0.25 for this little Timex clock plain. And it sold finally for $10.16 plus shipping. So for $0.25, not too bad. So I'm okay with this. All right, here's you guys have seen me sell quite a few of these Bop It's Extremes. This is Bop It XT. This is not the Extreme. This is the XT Special Edition, the white onyx one. Sold several of these now. If you can pick these up for like $1 or $2, usually at garage sales you can get these for 50 cents or $1. Not too bad, and these just sell pretty frequently for me. Whenever I get one, it doesn't take longer than maybe a month to sell. So, same with this thing. I paid a couple of bucks for this at St. Vincent de Paul. It sold for $19.51 plus free shipping. So, and these do go over a pound. They're just heavy enough to be over a pound, so it's like $7 to ship. I think it was $6.98 to ship this thing. So, all right, here's a couple of eye washes. This was another experiment. I got these from Office Max of all places. They had eye wash in their clearance section. I paid 75 cents per bottle, so $1.50 for this listing. I bought 10 bottles, and I think 4 have sold. I have 1 left. We sold it for $5.95 plus shipping. So I don't know. Retail arbitrage experiment I had. That's I don't know. It's doing stuff. It's it's okay, I guess. But all right, now we're up to the last sale of the week, the best sale of the week, and it's a pretty nice one. And I've had this one for a while, but here it goes. Boom. A Zero Halliburton, this is like a laptop briefcase. It was really nice. The outside had some marks, some scratches, some normal wear and stuff, but the inside was really, really nice. Very clean on the inside. It almost looked like the guy, when I got this from a garage sale, so I've had this for probably 5 months, 4 months now. Picked this up for 15 bucks. The guy had 25. Remember, the guy had 25 bucks on it. I said, would you take 15? He goes, yeah, sure, that sounds good. But he said, I used to carry my laptop in this thing. It was just really nice and clean. This is a really nice Zero Halliburton. Is a really nice case. They sell like a lot, I think, suitcases and briefcases and stuff. So really nice case. Shout out to Garage Flips Lonnie. I wouldn't have known about Zero Halliburton if I didn't see his videos. He picked up a bunch of these Zero Halliburton cases and was selling them. So I saw one at a garage sale. I'm like, oh, I've heard that name before. So got it for 15 bucks. Just a really nice case. We sold it for $169.96 plus free shipping, and the shipping ended up costing me $24 FedEx. So I think after all the numbers were done, I think my wife told me we profited like $110 or $115 on this. So a really nice sale this week. So not too bad for 15 bucks. Like I said, it was just a really nice, clean Zero Halliburton briefcase for your laptop. But all right, that's it for this week, guys. Again, I want to thank all of you guys for all the love and support on YouTube. Especially this week has been absolutely crazy and fantastic. Like I said, 2 videos. One got 300 views in a couple of days, which I've never had any video get 300 views. And the thrifting video did really well. It seemed like you guys really liked that a lot. I was a little worried that maybe it just wasn't, I didn't have a good style for it, or that you guys wouldn't really enjoy it. But it seemed like you guys did, so I was really happy that it got, it had a lot of good comments and thumbs ups and stuff. So anyway, thank you guys very much for all the love and support. We're closing in on 400 subscribers. We're getting close, which is crazy. So I think in the last video I said we were just over 300 subscribers. So it's been going awesome. So thank you guys for that. And like I said, I'll have a video coming out later this week of another thrift store. Like I'll just take you guys with me thrift store shopping. So you'll see a video like that later this week, and hopefully part two of that of the storage unit that I bought, the $220 storage unit. You should be seeing part two hopefully later this week as well. So I got some work to do. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.